So the three suspects who were involved in the brutal killing of the 22-year-old Nigerian youngster, Isaac Satlat, an e-hailing driver, appeared in court yesterday. They withdrew their bail application. As you would expect, why wouldn't they withdraw their bail application? Because they know that even though they are granted bail, the public will be against them. Everybody will, in fact, they could be lynched. So the three suspects, they were there, at the magistrate's court on Monday yesterday, and they abruptly abandoned their bail application ahead of their next week's hearing. Satlat, as you may know, recalled that he was viciously attacked on February 11, 2026 after accepting what should have been a routine ride request in Pretoria West. Instead of doing the normal thing, take them to their location, it turned out into a death trap. Somehow I felt like it's as if it's an exchange. The wise man Mokobe, who he rented out his profile, could be the one that the people targeted, or maybe just like a normal a random robbery incident. But I don't understand how you people are for to rob just one person. If you allow me to analyze it, it was enough. Maybe they had the opportunity to just rob you and let him leave. You should have let him leave. You are taking the car, taking his gadgets, money or whatever thing, and let the young man leave. So the video was, that some of us watched in the past few days was quite disturbing. So it was the dash cam that revealed the whole thing. In fact, reports has it that the girl in this group, among these guys now, she was one that reported herself to the police. And yesterday also the fourth suspect also reported himself. And I discovered one touching story, or one disturbing discovery, that South African government doesn't have death penalty. So these people that were involved in this damnable act will just get life sentence. So they'll get life sentence, after some years they'll be released. So that's why every now and again you see crime this, crime that. Before you newsmen in South Africa, they already working overtime. Before they could even report the crime that is reported, another one is being committed. So it's an avalanche of crime, like a crime zone or a crime scene. Is disturbing. Just like Nigeria, I know Nigeria has her own challenges, insecurity and all that, but it's not this rampant. What we have, I continue to maintain, is Boko Haram, unknown gunmen or bandits, which northern politicians are sponsoring them. We are close to election. We are less than 1 year to the election year, February 2027. The INEC have fixed the date. So you should expect more insecurity. You expect more groups rising. We've had of Boko Haram, bandits, Ekarawa, whatever, ISWAP and all that. Expect new group to emerge to heat up the polity, because they are being sponsored by greedy politicians. So I don't think we have it this bad in Nigeria that somebody just wake up and pull a trigger, because this is how it happens in South Africa. They go out with guns. I don't know if the country gave license to these people. So if you watch the crime that have already been committed in that country alone this year, this 2026 in South Africa, is numerous. Young girls, in fact, young women are not safe in this country, and they are the soft target. Satlat, this Isaac Satlat, was not just another headline. He was a hard-working automotive engineering student on the verge of graduation, a young man striving for a better future. His family, are thrown into mourning, and they are looking for, soliciting for funds to repatriate his dead body, because I saw a lot of people throwing, making, rubbish comments. It's not cheap to repatriate a dead body. If someone is alive, you can just book a flight, economy, as according to your financial capability. You just book economy and then fly down to your. But this is a dead body, so there is an arrangement, death certificate. There are a lot of processes that are involved for you to repatriate this dead body. So it's not easy. It's a huge financial burden. It's a huge financial responsibility. This young man's life was just cut short. His dream, shattered. Destiny cut short. So if I'm even allowed to suggest if something like that is possible, I'll say let this culprit be extradited to Nigeria. Let us deal with them with our own law, because I don't think the South African government will handle this thing the way it should. This is a capital offense. It demands death penalty, and South Africa's government should look into putting death penalty in some of these capital offenses, and I think it will reduce the crime. The crime we have in Nigeria: armed robbery, attack, kidnapping by these bandits. They go into the bush and do whatever they want to do. So if they are caught and prosecuted, it's death sentence. So these are the accused, the Dikeledi Mphela. I don't even know how to pronounce their names. I don't want to stress myself pronouncing their names. So they will return to court next week, and the call for justice continues to grow louder. This was not just a crime; it was a ruthless act that has shaken a community and left a family devastated. Justice must not only be done; it must be seen to be done. We will follow through, but can this stop high crime rate in the country? I don't know. Every now and again, every month, we see people rising, forming one group, running a campaign against foreigners. I don't see this as a xenophobic attack, because I have seen it from various angles. I've analyzed it from various angles. So I discovered that this guy was not the one they saw. When you are booking a ride, you see the profile of the driver you want to book. So they saw someone else, the wise man Mokobe. And that was why when the case broke out, so many South Africans, instead of them to calm down and say, what is happening? They said, this is not Isaac. It's a wise man Mokobe. It's wise man Mokobe. It was later revealed that wise man Mokobe rented out his boat or Uber profile to this Isaac, a young student that is about to graduate, so he needed to make money for himself. So I don't think there is anything that could be done to bring this young man back, but justice. The way justice can only be done, and the family of this young man will be satisfied, is that these guys will be given a severe sentence, not life imprisonment. It's a capital offense, and I said they should look into including death sentence to some of these capital offenses. It will help in reducing this incessant crime, uncountable number of crimes in a day. I believe the police corps, South African police, those in law enforcement agents and all that, they are losing count already. In fact, I'm following some of their major news outlets. Time after time, within hours, you see report of crime, report upon report of crimes committed. Without dash cam, we wouldn't have known what happened to this boy. They will tell us some of the people like that. I don't. This young lady that called herself Jacinta Zuma, that organized a mob of two people, call it match by match. They would have said, he's into drugs, he's into this. He has got friends. Isaac Satlat has got friends, and they could attest that he's a good boy. He wasn't even involved in any of these, drug-related issues. But his life was just cut short. It's something I can describe as he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He wouldn't have been the victim if he did not rent the Uber profile of Wiseman Mokobe. But all the same, we all will die one day, and will give account to God what we have done with the life He has given. No matter what you believe, a day of judgment is coming, and everyone will stand before God to give account of what they all have done.